The same tricks are being played on the truth movement over and over again, and so few can see through the deception. With Eric Dubay speaking a lot of truth about the flat earth, but then he talks about Hitler being some type of hero, which is complete garbage. It reminds me of Alex Jones, of course pushing 9/11 as an inside job, but he doesn't give you the full truth. Of course, he's just an agent, a shill, just like Z-Guys the movie, where they again push 9/11 being an inside job. But they then tell you that Jesus Christ is a myth. You know, they even show the ball earth being under a cage. Just disinfo agents. And just like all the disinfo agents, they're going to show you their signs and symbols, who they are affiliated with. Of course, with Alex Jones throwing up the 666 hand sign. The same thing with Eric Dubay. Of course, everybody knows about the flat earth and Eric Dubay. He's had this one documentary about Adolf Hitler and the Jew World Order. Again, pushing Hitler as some type of hero. And as I've stated in the comment section to many people, the whole point of Eric Dubay pushing Adolf Hitler as some type of hero is making people believe that the world is not a stage, that there are actual evil versus good, good versus evil, when the fact that all these are players in the game. That's what it's all about. Now let's take a look at Eric Dubay and his name in numerology. I was just pointing this out today in the comment section. With Eric Dubay being 88. How obvious can it be with Eric Dubay pushing Hitler as some type of hero, and of course 88 being HH in numerology. And let's look at the connection. You can see the skull and bones. And of course, Kerry and Bush being members of the Skull and Bones, and the connection with Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany. All about signs and symbols. Here, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger with the Skull and Bones as well. People need to wise up and understand, even though this man gives you a ton of good info when it comes to flat earth, they're going to feed you lies as well. This is what agents do. People need to wise up and understand things are not always as it seems. People swallow up the good info, and in doing so, swallow up the disinfo as well. People need to understand, you take the good and you leave the rest. It's that simple. And of course, these people are in the know. They're well connected to those that have the knowledge, such topics as the flat earth. So people are awed by their information and believe just because all the information he gives on the flat earth is true, everything else he says is truth as well. It's not so simple. People need to wise up and understand things are not always as it seems. After uploading my video on Eric Dubay yesterday, I've been getting a lot of questions about Matthew Boylan, if he's an agent, a shill, or not. Well, for those that don't know, I already made a video on Matthew Boylan a while back. And when my old channel went down, that video went down with it. It's nothing more than a Masonic agent. Just take a look at the devil horns as he's driving down this freeway, this highway. And how obvious can it be? I'm going to play the clip. I'm also going to have a close-up, which I didn't have before, of the female photographer and all of her pagan symbols. To get a better close-up, actually. It's a better presentation than the previous video. Understand, the elite control both sides of each debate. People can call the flat earth a psyop. It doesn't mean the flat earth is not true. Just like with Alex Jones saying 9/11 was an inside job. That doesn't mean it's not true. Same thing with Mark Dice. Mark Dice says 9/11 was an inside job, but of course, he's a shill, as is Alex Jones. Now, getting on to Matthew Boylan, you know, he says he's worked for NASA, and he wants to expose the flat earth. Now, I just want to show the connection, how these are all Masons. And again, they're playing both sides of the field. Just like pro wrestling, there's good guy versus bad guy. But in actuality, they're all working together behind the scenes. And just to show some symbolism with Matthew Boylan, this one photo I found with these two women. And if you bring that photo into Photoshop, take a look at these dimensions here, the photos. I don't know if you can see that, but you could do it yourself. If you crop that photo, or not crop it, but just save it to your desktop or your file, computer file, and you can see the dimensions are 666 by 888. And I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right? And I'm going to show you another photo, but before I go there, I want to show you a video that really is telling. It's all in the numbers.
Right now they're not melting. There you go. Sap of pain. You know what that is in English? Franking fruit. That means no seeds. No seeds in a whole thing. How does this grow if it's got no seeds? Why are they feeding people food without seeds from it? You're from a store full of food you're eating on top of garbage. Come on, Mike.
All you gotta see is that number 33. You know, they do it all the time. They're gonna show their numbers. They're gonna show you who they're affiliated with. And it's ridiculous. Watch a little bit more. You don't see what's taking place here? You know, again, you know, they control both sides of the debate. Doesn't mean the flat earth isn't true. It's just for whatever reason, they want to push this. You know, they want to get this out there. Again, just like with Alex Jones and Mark Dice with 9/11. Same thing. They control both sides of the debate. Now looking at some more imagery here. This female, she's the one that recorded that video when they were looking at those watermelons. I don't know if you can see it here, but some of these pagan symbols, you see that 666 pagan sign, the little owl here, you know, the all-seeing eye, it's all there. And another point I want to make here is with Freemasonry, the duality, like I said in other videos, the black and white represents duality, like I've said many times. In the world of duality, nothing appears as it seems. What do you see here? Black and white, duality, black and white duality. Just like with Star Trek and Gene Roddenberry, of course, being a Mason, the duality, black and white. Vince McMahon with WWF Wrestling, you know, him being a Mason,